All right, I'm back with the long overdue video. Getting caught up on the project over here on Chestnut Street. I don't think we've done a full video on this for quite a while. Where we stand now is we're 2 months into the big house. We're right at about 3 months, a little under 3 months on the total project. So we're making progress, but we still haven't got the outside done, as you can see, but we do have that scheduled to be painted hopefully next week, weather permitting. And that's the one big obstacle we've been facing on the smaller house. It is completely finished. Other than that, we already have it rented. We've had it rented for some time now, so for 2 months at $800 a month. So far, our numbers on the whole project is purchase price 25. We're just over 25 on total renovations for both sides. So right now we're about $50,000 into the project. At the end of this week, those numbers didn't have this week into them. We might be closer to 28 on the total renovation costs. So we might be up around 53 for a total investment so far. And like I said, the main issue on the outside has yet to be addressed, getting it painted, but that will be addressed next week, weather permitting. We do finally have someone that could do it. We had 2 people scheduled, and they didn't do it. One flaked on us, the other got sick and couldn't do it. Chose this time to do this video. Got a good sunny day, and it's right around noon, so most of the guys are not here working right now, so it makes it a little quieter. We still got a couple of guys working. Hopefully that'll make it a little more easy to walk through without being all the yelling and noise and stuff. Hello.
I told you, no Girl Scout cookies.
Yeah. Okay. As you can see, we have started painting the living room.
I haven't told the walls will be pink yet.
What we're doing in here is this white color. As you can see, the inside of the window panes are going to be white. And then
Black on the outside.
this is going to be black on the exterior of that. And nothing much has happened in this room yet. We're making our way here. We started in the kitchen area and worked our way around downstairs. So I'll show you the area that is more or less finished down here. Let's walk from the other side. So we'll go around the other way. As you can see on the ceiling, we've done the same thing we did on the other side with the wood. Rather than mudding and taping every seam. We did that in some rooms. Some rooms we are mudding and taping. It just depends. We have a railing for that. We're going to be putting in soon. I'll show you that in that bedroom. But now, this is the area that is more or less finished. Of course, we got to put plate covers and things like that on, but for the most part, we're finished in the kitchen and dining room. Oh, of course, the flooring too. Keep thinking of more things to do. But if you remember the original layout, we had all those cabinets along this wall here with the brick, the chimney, and we moved all that to this side in here for use as utility room and extra storage for the kitchen. This house has so much space. We're trying not to define how, we're not trying to call the rooms any certain thing. I mean, you could certainly use part of this area as a little eat-in kitchen for a little dinette set or whatever, but we also have a whole another living area here that could be another living room, could be used as a dining room, could be used for many, many things. So, like I say, we're not trying to overly define the area. We're just letting it be what it is. And the same thing here. We're pretty much done with this room other than the flooring. We do the vinyl plank flooring that we use is kind of a, they call it driftwood, and it's kind of a grayish tint to the wood. So it goes well with our color scheme of the silvery gray and black and white. That's kind of a theme throughout all of our houses. We do the silver, gray, and white. And of course, we do try to save natural wood when we can, as you'll see here in this bathroom. All this original woodwork is good, so we're not going to be painting over that. There's no reason to. It's good wood. I don't know if you remember that tub, what it looked like before, but we've reconditioned it so that now it's fully presentable as a bathtub, and nice to see the old clawfoot come back to life. So many of those around this area get scrapped just because people don't know how to properly redo them, and then people will go out and spend $2,000 on a big new fancy clawfoot tub, which they could have saved the old one. But I don't know if you remember, the ceiling here was in pretty bad shape. That's all been addressed. We've got good ceilings now. This is another room that we've kind of changed our original game plan on. We at one point, this had paneling in it when we started, and we were thinking at one point we were going to run the plumbing from here to the upstairs by doing another build out, but once we got into some city codes and all this stuff, it turned out that wasn't the most efficient way to do it, so we scrapped the idea of the fourth bathroom upstairs, and we just patched into what we could to get that third bathroom upstairs functional. But there's the railings we talked about for the stairs. Of course, we do have some windows and stuff that still need replaced here, so you might see that cracked window, but that'll be addressed. And, we got lots of finish work yet to be done. And now we're going to go through the secret closet to get to the third living area. Once again, an undefined space. We're calling this a bedroom, and we're calling this just another living area. We don't know. Like I said, we have 3 living areas here in the downstairs, and we're not trying to define them for the tenants or anyone coming in. So we're just kind of showing it as is without putting a label on it. Actually, this room still needs a little bit of work, but we did pretty much all white in this room. We still need a couple of coats of paint on some of this. But we're doing white on white on white. We're just doing a high gloss on the trim, and then the walls are just our normal white. But like I said, we do need a few more layers here. And I'm debating on whether or not just to leave the distressed look of that fireplace as is. I'm thinking I will. I don't really want to paint that wood there. Not that it's any sort of special wood, but I don't know. I just have a thing with painting fireplaces and all that. So many people do it, and then, it's almost impossible to go back once it's done. So, if we really need to in the future, I'll see what the house looks like when we get close to being finished. And if I think we need to do something there to make that pop a little bit, I will. But I think just leaving it the natural wood, that distressed look on it now is pretty good. So it's probably what we'll do. But to be determined on that. The stained glass there, we are going to paint around the trim. But we're of course not going to touch the stained glass. We're just going to freshen up the frame and the trim pieces, but leave the glass in place because it's original to the house. And it's always good when you can leave those original features in. Not going to be painting the wood on that door. That's a excellent door. And somehow in our renovations, we managed to lose a doorknob. And I don't know how we did it, but so we're going to have to find a new replacement doorknob for this door. But other than that, we're not going to paint it, not going to do anything much to it other than just leave that natural age and distress there that it already has. I like leaving those original elements in the house that kind of gives it the character, and it does show the age, even though we're trying to renovate this to make it look a little more modern to appeal to more people. We also want to leave in touches that show it's not just a cookie cutter house that was built yesterday. All right. Now the upstairs has probably changed the most since the last video. It was completely gutted. It still is to the most part, still gutted, but we've made a lot of progress here. As you can see, we've completely framed in around the stairs.
Oh, you haven't made it upstairs yet?
No.
Oh, does he know that you are senile?
Yeah, he knows I'm senile.
Okay.
Trust me, everyone that watches these videos knows I'm senile. There's no doubt about that. And this is the area, that's the area where we were going to put the fourth bathroom. And that plan has been scrapped. So that won't be happening. But as you can see, I don't know the best way to get an angle, but we now have full railing around the stairs. And we do have that half wall there to define the space a little better. And this is the master upstairs, since it has the bathroom. And I know it doesn't look like we've made a lot of progress here, but trust me, we have. It's all just hidden right now because it's been completely replumbed from scratch, so everything's functional. Of course, we have the toilet off now because we're getting ready to do work there, but everything is now completely functional here and ready to go once we finish the sheetrock and laying the flooring. So it doesn't look like much yet, but a lot of progress is made behind the scenes here. This room, once again, doesn't look like a lot of progress has been made, but if you remember, because of the old damaged roof, the ceiling in this room had completely caved in. You can probably see all the work that's been done there around the fireplace. Our plan on the fireplace is to paint this black. I know, a reoccurring theme with me is painting everything black, but that's what we're doing. The reason is this is almost impossible to get off. I mean, we could, but it's basically concrete there, and we'll never get the brick really clean. We could go over it something. But I think the best way we're going to finish out, of course, finish out the brickwork there. But we're just going to leave it like a distressed look and paint it black. The mantelpiece will be gray, and then the brick around the actual surround of the fireplace here, that will all be white. So we're just going to leave this piece of stone, its natural color, that is real stone. So we're leaving that its natural gray. It'll be black where all the concrete and brick is, and then the brick in around this part here just be white. But you can see we've got the majority of the mudding and taping done here. This is the room that had the big piano in it originally, and it had the giant opening there in the wall. You can see we've already had a doorway between the two bedrooms, and we've closed that off. We do have ceilings up everywhere in the second floor now, so that's good. And if you see this stuff, we had to make some compromises about what to do on wall coverings because of the price of sheetrock. So we've come up with a little bit of a solution, which I'll show you in the next room. I always get a phone call when I'm trying to shoot a video. But this is our solution, what we've done. We used the cheapest material we could to cover the walls, and that's that stuff I just showed you. It's basically a paneling. Right now, it's about $8 a panel, a 4x8 panel. And it's again getting phone calls, but it's less than, it's a fraction of the price of anything else to cover the walls, and because of the current virus situation, things have just gone out of hand. Even this stuff, which we usually could get extremely cheap, it's a pretty good board, and it would work as wall covering, but unfortunately, that's $15 a sheet now, almost $16 a sheet, 4x8 sheet. So it's, everything's just going crazy compared to the prices we usually pay. Sheetrock is even 3 times that. We're going to be paying $50 for a panel of sheetrock. So anyway, that's what we've been doing. We're using this stuff as our wall covering, and it works. It's functional, and I think when all is said and done, as you can see in that other room that was more or less finished, it looks pretty good. Someone's not giving up on calling me. Anyway, so that's the upstairs, and like I said, you can see it's starting to come together pretty fast. We're going to be putting carpet in these bedrooms rather than the vinyl plank that we're using in the rest of the house. And we're saving the wood, the original wood floors in a couple of the rooms, and everything else is going to get that vinyl plank I discussed, and then the bedrooms will be getting carpet. So that pretty much covers it. I skipped the one bathroom downstairs, but I better return this phone call because someone's going nuts calling me. So I will talk to you later. Bye.